electric driving. Funny enough, this tank on 87, we're doing better somehow than 93. And I did take quite a highway trip the other day. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I don't know if my skill level is increasing or what. That guy's broken down. You like how I just didn't even give any thought to pulling over? I think it was a tag tail, actually. So I'm doing good here. Eco mode, 87 octane. I don't know about where you guys are, but gas seems to be coming down a little. 389 for 87, as if that's a good deal. But so one of the major, I don't want to say major, one of the main questions is, what speed does the truck turn off the gas motor, and how fast can it go under electric only? And the answer is, I'm not really sure, because that's not exactly, as we dive into electric mode right here, that's not exactly at all what determines whether you're in electric or not. So one of the main thing that helps me is this EV coach. It's just, I stare at it while I'm driving, and now we're charging. See, as I hit the brakes, going through a construction zone here. As I hit the brakes, geez, I'm bouncing all around. This is ridiculously bumpy. I'm on the gas. As I hit the brakes, I'm regenning. And it lets you know when you're regenning and when you're actually using the brakes by how far that green bar goes over. And if I get it gray, oh, it's a Prius. It's a Prius. I'm essentially in a Prius. Look at him pulling on me. He's pulling. Dude's pulling on me. So the green bar lets you know when you're regenning, and you try to maintain strictly regen braking so you can capture as much energy as possible. And then subsequently the blue bar, if I can get her into electric, which I just did. Now this is when the motor goes into, this is how you can tell when the motor's about to go into gas. So as I push into the throttle, that bar is going over. The solid bar in the middle, and as you can see, the whole thing's shrinking. That's because the battery's going, I'm running out of battery. So any second now, we're gonna go into hybrid mode. And again, I'm only going 35. So there we go. We're in hybrid mode because the battery was depleted. It'll actually tell you right here, engine on due to drive power. And you can see the power. When it's green like that, the engine is charging the battery. It'll turn blue when it's using the battery for drive. And that's how the EV coach really helps you. So the point being, this all to say, the point being, it's not a certain speed. It's all about how much power you have reserved in the battery, which is only, I think, 1 kilowatt hour. I could be totally wrong. I think it's 1 kilowatt hour. It's very small. I think it's smaller than actually a Prius is. That could be also completely incorrect. So double check me on that. But it's not like a 50 kilowatt hour battery. It's a little battery. And here we go. So we're in electric. Now that right part of the bar is going to start to shrink. The center part of the bar is how much throttle. So I go off, it goes down. If I give it more, even when it's full, if I go fully into it, it'll turn hybrid. See, I just went hybrid because I gave it more load. Engine on due to drive power. And I'm coming over this little hill here. This one, there's parts of town where I really try to stay in all electric mode. It's like a game every day. When I go up a mountain, I come down the mountain to go to my house. I try to regen down the entire mountain and make it to my house. And it's like just on, if I hit the 2 traffic lights perfectly and there's no traffic and I'm going the right speed, I can just make it. And I don't know, I'm a weirdo. I think that's fun. And you can't really do that with a gas truck at all. trying to get it into electric mode here. If I tap the brakes just a little bit, I should be able to coax her in. There we go. We're electric. So the speed is really irrelevant. This is the ideal speed on a flat road. I feel like, you know, you can maintain 42 miles an hour, fully electric. One thing that's weird about this infotainment, I notice, when I'm hooked up to Apple CarPlay and I get a text message, it defaults to this screen. So I'm under power flow, and if I get a text message, it'll switch back to that setting screen for some reason. It's a little bit of a glitch. I don't really get it. But again, here we go. So this is flat. This is typical suburban where I live area driving. So we're about to run out of juice here. That bar's getting skinny. Back into hybrid mode. So far, I don't think the 87 octane is doing much in terms of reduced mileage. I'm getting better mileage. Now I am driving in eco mode. I really genuinely don't think it makes a difference. You can definitely tell it. What it does, that blue bar on EV Coach, I think it helps you reduce or it helps you not spike it. So it smooths it all out, so you're able to stay in electric mode just if you're not paying attention to it. But I think if you're paying attention to it, normal mode will be just fine for mileage. I mean, I was able to absolutely destroy the mileage, the EPA rating mileage, the last tank, just by using normal mode. And I'll be frank, with this tank, I'm definitely concentrating much more. I am getting to 800 miles on this tank. I don't care if I run out of gas, I'm doing it. I was so close last time, I had it in the bag. From the calculations, I had 811 miles easily. I did the math, I can't remember, but I think you just need 26 miles per gallon times 30. I think that comes out to 800 or something like that. And I was 26 and a half, so I was well above. So I had it. New Tractor Supply. I love that store. Had it in the bag, boys. In other news, my 502A build was delayed once again. It's scheduled now to be built September 19th. We'll see if that remains true. That is the third delay. And I ordered it March 15th. April, May, June, July, August, September. So that's 6 months after ordering the truck, that if it gets built on the day they're saying now, that's 6 months until it was built. And anybody who has ordered a chip intensive truck, even relatively chip intensive, like this 501A that I'm driving, I've got the 360 camera, I've got I think that's pretty much the main chip intensive part of this one. But the 502A has the adaptive cruise and all the other bullshit. Anybody who's ordered a chip intensive truck knows how it goes. It gets built, they throw it in a field like this. You can Google that. You can Google the Ford holding lots where they hold trucks, mainly trucks that are on hold. They've been built waiting for chips, and it's rather depressing to see. And they just sit out there in the sun, and you know. So my 501A sat for roughly a month waiting for a chip, and I was on the Ford website talking to customer service pretty much every day, staring at the progress bar on the Ford tracker. It was super frustrating, and I haven't even, I gaze at it occasionally now with the 502A order, but I just avoid it because I don't even care. I have this one. I was hoping to keep the mileage low on it, but whatever. At this point, it is what it is. And 6 months, I'm predicting November, first week in November, that I'm gonna have my 502A truck. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some cool videos. Well, I'm gonna do some videos that I think are cool about what I've done in terms of modifications, like the speaker delete that I did. That's a really good one for this truck. The tonneau cover install. Might even do an oil change video. I thought I just turned that off and it's still, I don't know. So I'll do a couple cool videos on that. I'm probably gonna level it again. We'll see. We'll see. Definitely do a comparison video between the 501A, the 502A. I can't wait. So again, I'm at the gym trying to get less fat. Talk to you guys later.